If you're struggling with intimacy in your marriage, I want to invite you to watch or listen to this together with your partner. Because intimacy isn't just about sex. It's emotional, mental, and deeply relational. It's about being seen, understood, and accepted without fear. Every strong marriage runs on one thing: emotional safety. Without it, conversations feel tense, touch feels forced, and both partners start living in survival mode instead of connection. Emotional safety means this: I can show up fully with my fears, my needs, my truth, and I won't be judged, dismissed, or punished for being human. That's the foundation of real closeness. Not perfection, not performance, but presence. When safety grows, love begins to breathe again. When emotional safety fades, love starts to feel fragile. A woman's body, designed for emotional connection, begins to sense closeness as risk instead of comfort. She doesn't pull away because she's cold or unloving, but because her nervous system no longer feels safe enough to stay open. In the early years, connection flows easily. You talk for hours. You laugh. You reach for each other without hesitation. But as life gets heavier, work, kids, bills, stress, the emotional distance begins to widen quietly. It's not about lack of love, it's about overload. When the mind is in survival mode, the body can't relax into desire, because desire doesn't grow in chaos. It grows in peace, in presence, in the safety of knowing you're emotionally held, not emotionally alone. Let's be honest. I hear women whisper this all the time. He's too focused on his own pleasure. It's all about him. It doesn't even feel like he notices me. They don't always say it out loud, but they feel it deeply. Sometimes she says no, not because she stopped loving him, but because intimacy has stopped feeling like connection. What once felt sacred now feels transactional, something she owes instead of something she shares. And when affection only appears before sex, or when closeness feels pressured, her body interprets it as danger. Cortisol, the body's stress hormone, floods her system, telling her nervous system, you're not safe. And in that moment, desire doesn't disappear out of rejection. It shuts down out of self-protection. Let's be honest, when intimacy becomes painful or disconnected, some women start to fake it just to keep the peace. But every time that happens, a quiet wall grows between them. Wives, don't fake, not out of guilt, not out of fear, not to protect his ego. Speak your truth gently, because silence only deepens the disconnection. When honesty fades, desire dies, resentment builds, and emotional distance turns into loneliness inside the relationship. Husbands, if she says she's not faking, but every time you reach for her, she still pulls away, she probably is faking. Not out of manipulation, but self-protection. Pay attention to the patterns. They're not rejection, they're signals. Her body is saying, I need emotional safety before I can open again. That awareness is where true healing and real intimacy begin. Husbands, please hear this with an open heart. Don't take your wife's pleasure lightly. Her body is wired differently. It's not just physical, it's deeply emotional and hormonal. When her pleasure feels safe, mutual, and connected, her brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. That's what opens her heart and deepens her trust. It tells her nervous system, you're safe here, you can let go. When that happens, she doesn't reach for you out of duty. She reaches for you out of desire. She wants you not because she has to, but because her heart and her body both feel seen, cherished, and secure. Her pleasure isn't optional. It's the heartbeat of real intimacy, where love, safety, and connection finally meet. From his perspective, it often looks completely different. He's thinking, why doesn't she want me anymore? Did I do something wrong? Am I not enough? For many men, sex isn't just physical. It's their doorway to closeness. It's how they feel loved, accepted, and emotionally connected. So when she starts saying no, it doesn't just feel like rejection of his body. It feels like rejection of his entire being. That pain cuts deep, and sometimes he doesn't know how to express it. So he starts to pull back, not because he's stopped caring, but because he feels defeated and unwanted. She feels unseen, he feels unloved. And before they realize it, they're both standing on opposite sides of the same wall, each one hurting, each one longing for the other, but neither feeling safe enough to reach across. When emotional needs go unmet for too long, the nervous system stays on high alert. Every sound, every request, every touch can start to feel like too much. It's not that she doesn't care, it's that her body is overloaded. Underneath that overstimulation, there's often a quiet kind of pain, resentment, A voice deep inside whispering, I'm giving everything and I feel invisible. That's the hidden weight many women carry. Resentment doesn't destroy love overnight. It slowly dulls it. It numbs desire, turns affection into obligation, and makes touch feel heavy instead of healing. What used to feel comforting now feels like pressure. And until that emotional imbalance is acknowledged, the body can't fully relax back into connection. Because love can't breathe where resentment is silently holding its place. So how do you begin rebuilding intimacy, emotionally, physically, and even spiritually? It starts with one foundation, emotional safety. That means talking honestly but without blame. Say what you feel, not what you accuse. Listen to understand, not to win. Safety grows when both people can be vulnerable, when they can say, this is what hurts me, or this is what I need, and know they won't be attacked or dismissed. Reconnect outside the bedroom first. Flirt again, laugh again, hold hands, take a walk, share a meal without screens or distractions. Because when connection feels safe and familiar again, your body starts to remember how to relax into love. Emotional closeness always comes before physical closeness, and that's where healing begins. When a woman turns away from intimacy, she's often not rejecting her partner. She's saying, I need to feel safe with you again. And when a man reaches for her, he's often not just seeking sex. He's saying, I miss feeling close to you. Marriage is a dance of remembering how to feel safe again, how to see each other again, how to choose each other, not out of habit, but out of love renewed. Emotional connection fuels physical closeness, and physical closeness, in turn, nourishes emotional connection. They're not separate. They breathe together like heart and lungs.
This is a practical intervention that can jumpstart intimacy. If you and your partner want to restore emotional security and closeness, try a simple 3-day sex reset. It's designed to help you reconnect emotionally, physically, and even spiritually while rebuilding trust and desire. Day 1, just touch. Hold hands, hug, cuddle, kiss. No pressure, no expectations, just presence. This simple act releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and begins to restore emotional safety. You might be surprised how powerful gentle, intentional touch can be. Sometimes, simply being close again is the first step toward healing what felt distant. Day 2, pleasure each other, but skip intercourse. Explore, play, and focus entirely on giving and receiving pleasure. This helps both nervous systems relax, lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and rebuilds trust, curiosity, and desire. Day 3, combine everything, touch, pleasure, and intercourse. Take your time, be fully present emotionally, physically, and spiritually. This isn't about performance, it's about presence. When both partners feel safe and valued, desire grows naturally. Orgasms feel deeper, and emotional connection begins to flow again. Because true intimacy isn't just about sex. It's about feeling seen, safe, and loved while sharing pleasure together. If this resonates with you, don't wait. Try it with your partner. It's about slowing down enough to truly see each other again.
Every couple faces seasons where intimacy fades and connection feels hard. But healing is always possible. It begins with awareness, honest communication, and small, consistent steps toward each other. Watch or listen to this again with your partner. Talk about what stands out, what hurts, and what gives you hope. And if you need help finding your way back, reach out for guidance from a therapist, a counselor, or someone trained to help you rebuild trust, closeness, and desire. I hope this message brings you a little more clarity and closeness in your relationship. If it resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need this reminder today. And if you'd like to keep learning about emotional safety, healing, and deeper connection, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Each week, I share calm, practical insights to help you build a relationship that feels secure, loving, and emotionally alive. Thank you for being here and for doing the quiet, powerful work of growing in love.